Hey guys, welcome to Learn for Future channel. In previous videos, I explained about 10 important topics in aptitude with some examples, tips and formulae. In this video, I am going to explain all the 10 topics with some brief explanation. You might think what is the difference between this video and the previous video. There is a difference between these two videos. First video is for preparation and second video is for revision. So let's get started. If you guys missed my previous videos, I gave those links in my description. Please check it out. First topic, age problems. We all know what is the meaning of age. So we want to know how to calculate the age. In previous video, I explained all the formula and examples. In this video, I am going to explain only formulas. So we have some important formulae. The present age is x and n times present age is, so n into x. If present age is x, then n years later or hence. Later or hence means future. Future means plus. So x plus n. If the present age is x, then n years ago. Ago means past, where past is minus. So x minus n. The age in ratio a is to b, then it will be ax and bx. So these are the important formulas in age problems. Second topic, simple interest and compound interest. Now first I will say about simple interest. Basic formula, simple interest is equals to p into t into r by 100. P means principal amount, t means time, r is rate. Where principal amount is equals to 100 into simple interest by r into t. Where t is equals to 100 into SI by P into R, where R is equals to 100 into SI by P into T, where we have another formula in simple interest, where total amount is equals to principal plus simple interest. Now compound interest. Compound interest is nothing but interest on interest. So compound interest also have one basic formula, CI is equals to P into 1 by 1 plus R by 100 into whole power n. When this is for annual income, when they ask us to find half year income, we should write CI is equals to P into 1 plus R by 2 100 whole power 2n. Next formula, rates. Rates are different and years are different. When they give in this form, we should use this formula. Amount is equals to P into 1 plus R1 by 100 into 1 plus R2 by 100 into 1 plus R3 by 100. We should use this formula. The formula, present worth of rupees x and due n years hence. If they ask us in this form, present worth is equals to x by 1 plus r by 100 whole power n. When they ask us to find the present worth, we should use this formula. Now third topic, LCM and HCF. LCM consists of two types and HCF consists of two types. In previous video, I explained clearly what is the difference between these two, LCM and HCF. Two important points. Two numbers are said to be coprimes if their HCF is 1, and product of two numbers is equals to product of HCF and LCM. Now HCF and LCM fractions, where HCF is equals to HCF of numerator by LCM of denominator, where LCM is equals to LCM of numerator by HCF of denominator. Now fourth topic, these are very important formulae. If a person can do work in n days, a person can do work in n days, and A's 1 day work is 1 by n. And next formulae, A's 1 day work is 1 by n and A can finish the work in n days. Next formula, if A is twice as good as workman as B, then ratio work done by A and B is 2:1. The ratio of time taken by A and B to finish a work is 1:2. We have another formula, constant is equals to M into H into D by W, where M is number of men and h is number of hours, and d is days, w is work. This formula is only used for 1 man and 1 hour, 1 day, 1 work. But here if they ask us to find for 2 men, 2 hours, 2 days, then we should use this formula m1 into d1 into h1 by w1 is equals to m2 into d2 into h2 by w2. Now fifth topic, number system. Number system consists of some important formulae. Real number divided into two types, rational numbers and irrational numbers. Rational numbers also divided into two types, integers and fractions. An integer is divided into one type, whole numbers, and whole numbers is divided into natural numbers, and natural number is divided into four types, even numbers, odd numbers, prime numbers, and composite numbers. Important points: all natural numbers are whole numbers, but all whole numbers are not natural numbers. For example, where 0 is a whole number but it is not a natural number. Now the smallest prime number is 2 and the only even prime number is also 2, and first odd number is 3 and least composite number is 4 and least odd composite number is 9. And we have some important formulae. Odd plus or minus odd is equals to even. Even plus or minus even is equals to even. Odd into even is equals to even. Odd plus or minus even is equals to odd. Odd into odd is equals to odd. Even into even is equals to even. And next important formulas are a plus b, a minus b is equals to a square minus b square, and a plus b whole square is equals to a square plus b square plus 2ab. If they give minus, a square plus b square minus 2ab. A plus b plus c whole square means a square plus b square plus c square plus 2 into ab plus bc plus ca, and a cube minus b cube is equals to a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. If they say a plus b plus c is equals to 0, then a cube plus b cube plus c cube is equals to 3abc. Now sixth topic, time, speed and distance, where time is equals to distance by speed. Time is equals to distance by speed, where speed is equals to distance by time, where distance is equals to time into speed, where x kilometer per hour is equals to x into 5 by 18 minutes per second, x minutes per second is equals to x into 18 by 5 kilometer per hour. In before video I explained clearly how to calculate these. So next formula, when two bodies are moving oppositely, then add the relative speed. When they said to add the relative speed, use this formula. SR is equals to S1 plus S2. Next formula, when two bodies are moving in same direction, subtract the relative speed. So SR is equals to S1 minus S2. Now next formula, the ratio of speed of A and B is A is to B, then the ratio of time taken by them to cover the same distance is, we should use 1 by A is to 1 by B or B is to A. Now seventh topic, profit and loss. First formula, first we want to know what is a cost price, selling price. So first, cost price is which we purchased is called as a cost price. Selling price means which we sold is called as a selling price. We have one formula, profit is equals to selling price minus cost price, where loss is equals to cost price minus selling price. And next formula, profit percent is equals to profit by cost price into 100, where loss percent is equals to loss by CP into 100. And if they ask us in this form, we should use what is profit. Profit means SP minus CP. So SP minus CP by CP into 100. Here also CP minus SP by CP into 100. Shopkeeper earns profit, we should use this formula. CP is equals to 100 by 100 plus gain into SP. When SP is equals to 100 plus gain percent by 100 into CP. When shopkeeper incurs loss, we should use this formula. CP is equals to 100 by 100 minus gain into SP, where SP is equals to 100 minus gain by 100 into CP. Question, they'll ask us to find the discount. We should use this formula, discount by market price into 100. If they ask us to find two discounts of A and B successfully, then net discount is given in percent is A plus B minus AB by 100. If, next formula, if an article sold at gain of say 35%, then SP is equals to 135% of CP. If an article sold at loss of say 35%, then SP is equals to 65% of CP. Next formula, if a person sells two similar items of gain of X% and loss of X%, we should use this formula. Loss percent is equals to common loss and gain by 10 into whole square is equals to common loss and gain. So common loss and gain X by 10 whole square. Now next formula, if a trader to sell his goods at loss X% with a false weight Y% less than his actual weight, then formula is gain or loss is equals to Y minus X by 100 minus Y into 100%. Now next formula, if a trader sells a gain of X% at false weight Y% less than his actual weight, then we want to use this formula, gain or loss is equals to X plus Y by 100 minus Y into 100%. Eighth topic, permutations and combinations. First we want to know factorial. Factorial means it may be n factorial. N factorial means n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 and so on, n minus r plus 1. This is the factorial. So for example, 4 factorial means 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 is equals to 24. Now permutations formula, When they ask us to find number of things, we should use this formula. NPR is equals to n factorial by n minus r factorial, where n factorial means n into n minus 1, n minus 2 and so on, n minus r plus 1. Where they ask us to find number of objects, we should use this formula. NPR is equals to n factorial by P1 factorial into P2 factorial into and so on PR factorial. Now combinations. Formula is NCR is equals to n factorial by n minus r into r factorial. Now next formula, circular combinations. That means if they ask us to find a round table or a circular table, anything, we should use this formula, n minus 1 factorial. Ninth topic, probability. Probability consists of experiment, random experiment, and sample space. Experiment means we will get exact outcome, is called as an experiment. Random experiment means which will not get exact outcome, is called as a random experiment. Sample space means set of all possibilities of an outcome, is called as a sample space. For example, if we toss a coin, we'll get heads or tails. So next formula, P of E is equals to N of E by N of S. So next formula, P of S is equals to 1. These are the important formulas. 0 is less than, P of E is less than or equal to 1, where P of null is equals to 0. If A and B are the two events, where P of A union B is equals to P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B, where P of A bar is equals to 1 minus P of A. Now 10th topic, calendar. Calendar consists of odd days, leap year and ordinary year. Odd days means to find the days of a week is called as an odd day. Leap year means which is divisible by 4. Ordinary year means which is not divisible by 4. Now counting of odd days. For 1 year 365 days ordinary year. For 1 year 366 days for leap year. Before video I explain how to calculate this odd days. Now for 100 years we'll have 5 odd days, and for 200 years we'll have 3 odd days. For 300 years we'll have 1 odd day. For 400 years we'll have 0 odd days. The number which is divisible by 400, that means 400, 800, 1600, 2000, these numbers consist of 0 odd days. Okay friends, I hope everyone understands 10 important topics in aptitude. If you have any doubts, please comment in comment box, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.